Hi, so I'm doing my paper on basically the evolution of animal testing. So first I'm going to start out by basically what I'm going to talk about is the 3 R's of animal testing that were brought out by Russell and Rex Birch. Another thing I'm going to talk about is basically how animal testing started from back a long time ago to now. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is basically all of the regulations that have been put into place to make animal testing a little bit better than what it was. To start out, William and Rex Birch are the ones that came out with the 3 R's, like I stated before, basically to improve the welfare of the animals. The 3 R's are known as replacement, reduction, and refinement. They basically, like I said, to help make the animal welfare better. So the replace is known as finding new ways to perform tests without the need of animals. I did a study where they used like blood samples, plasma from people, different things to study like cancer and different type of medical situations that they use animals to study for. I feel like they could, I feel like with our technology we have today, I feel like they should be probably using that more than what they are. Replace is known as finding new ways to perform the test. I already did that one. Reduction is known to minimize the number of animals that are used. So for instance, a lot of times they'll do only so many tests on one animal compared to doing it on tons, and then basically if something was to happen, losing all those animals. Refine, and that's known to minimize the suffering of animals and stress during testing. Basically to look over what they're doing, make sure they're taking care of the animals and they're not in any sort of pain. So animal testing it started back in the 17th century. Animal testing was used because basically a human corpse was immoral, and for legal restrictions you couldn't use it, so animals were the next best thing. It was illegal to dissect a human corpse. The first animal that was domesticated was known as a dog. Now if you look at animal testing, rats and mice are the number one animals to use. I actually did a study at Charles River Laboratories in Spencerville, Ohio, and a lot of their animals are the rats, mice. They used to use beagles at a time, a certain type of dog. Pigs, they used hamsters, a little bit of kind of everything they do there. They're actually expanding their building, and it's going to be huge, so they're talking, I think, about different types of animals and more jobs opportunities opening up. Animal testing started in the age of Hippocrates, which was around 2,400 years ago, so quite a while ago. So they've made some improvements, but like I said, for that long ago, I feel like they could make more, where animal testing really isn't a thing no more. So since the 17th century, regulations have been put into place to protect the animals' rights. So like I said, since William and Rex both came out with those 3 R's, the regulations put into place to maintain proper care for these animals, which has helped tremendously. So some things that they have basically put into place is cage sizes, whether or not they're ventilated, food and water for the animals, and also pain and suffering. So the cages have to be a certain size now, depending on the size of the animal, what type of animal, and how many animals are housed in that cage. Because I know for rats and mice, there's gonna be more than just one animal caged in a cage, so they have to follow certain dimensions on that. Another thing is the ventilation. So I know all their cages have to be ventilated very well. But now if the animal was sick or something, then that is a different protocol. It doesn't have to be ventilated as much, only because they don't want it getting out to the other animals. Food and water regulations have been made because back a while ago, it was like a big thing for puppy mills, was putting sugar in animals' waters to basically make them energetic and fun for a little bit, and then they just kind of go back to sleep because they're so tired and exhausted and they have no energy. That's a big thing. They have put regulations on that because a lot of people are getting away with it. And regulations have been put out for numbing and pain, so the animals aren't going through any pain or suffering. They are hopefully like just able to be cared for, and they, like, the people that are care hoarders that they have there are like have a little bit of knowledge about the animals and what they need. Like I said, animal testing has changed a lot throughout the years. I don't think that it's changed as much as it should be, but it's improving a lot, and hopefully in the upcoming years we don't need animal testing anymore and we can cut it out completely. That would be the hope. But thanks for watching.